But recently, MSNBC decided to retweet this article out to everybody. So clearly showing that they very strongly stand by this article. Like they didn't just let it die. They're like, no, no, this needs to be put back out there. It's titled Pandemic Fitness Trends Have Got Extreme. Literally, white supremacists' latest scheme to valorize violence and hyper-masculinity has gone digital. So if you like fitness and you care about being healthy and in shape, you're a fascist.
Yep. Well, yeah,
Like,
that's not a controversial point.
no, no, everybody agrees with
Very
this.
mainstream position, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know,
Look at
I've
it.
worked out a little, and I like to take the extreme fascist side of it.
In more modern times, far-right groups have launched mixed martial arts and boxing gyms in Ukraine, Canada, and France, among other places, focused on training far-right nationalists in violent hand-to-hand combat and street fighting techniques. It's caught the attention of intelligence authorities, especially in Europe, where various reports have noted the role of combat sports and MMA in radicalizing and promoting far-right violence. A series of collaborative efforts between governments, national sports associations, and local gyms in places such as Germany, Poland, and the United Kingdom have introduced intervention and prevention programs.
Wow. Yeah. So what I like about this article, it talks about Nazi Germany and how Hitler had that idea of making, of
What,
making all,
having his soldiers healthy?
yeah, and
Yeah.
strong and healthy. He said it was good for nationalism and stuff.
I
Um,
think it's just good for an army
well, I would
in
think, yeah, I
general.
would think in general.
If you
I
have
mean, yeah, there's not a lot that I would semi agree with Hitler on, but I think that one is kind of that would just be a normal thing. I think you want your army to be strong, and I think you want your police force to be strong and capable. Teach them martial arts. I think it's a good idea. I don't see how that's controversial in any way. Like it's very, very
This is a
bizarre.
weird angle. It's a very weird angle.
Somebody had a
Like,
really stupid idea or stupid opinion, and MSN let them run with it and promoted it a second time. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, there's the part there. Oh no,
the
that's
neo-Nazi blogger
oh, that's
Andrew Anglin, he's probably like a liberal,
yeah.
advised his followers that fat people should be required to commit to losing weight if they are to stay involved with groups or in-person gatherings, noting that continued obesity should not be tolerated. I think that's probably just a good rule
Well, I mean,
in general.
that's a rough way to say it, but like tolerated
Well,
or whatever. Like,
sometimes
I mean, we
you gotta be a
tolerate.
little rough.
Yeah, I mean, we tolerate all kinds of things. I mean, it's your choice. You're free. It's your right to be obese if you want to be obese, but don't expect any kind of coddling or any of that from.
Special treatment or,
Right.
whatever.
That's on you. If
But
you
don't
want to.
expect me to validate your
Exactly.
lifestyle choices.
I mean, there's an argument to be made about BMI uh, BMI indexes and stuff because realistically, if I were to gain another like 10 pounds, I'm obese. So they're ridiculous the way the BMI indexes are, but
Yeah, but we know what we're talking about.
that's
Everybody, so you know when you see it,
right, exactly.
it's like,
It's self-evident
do
when
you
you see
fit
someone that's
in
obese.
the seat on the airplane or not?
Yeah.
That's kind of where you're at with
If
that.
your complaint is that the center armrest is in your butt crack when you sit on a plane,
How violent
that's a
is
problem.
the shake of your car when you get in and
Do you use anything to counterbalance your
or
car?
should you? Every couple of years, do you have to bring your car in to have the
Alignment?
driver's side fucking shocks reattuned
Yeah.
or whatever?
They're like your driver's side shocks are gone, but your oddly enough, your passenger side shocks are great.
Yeah,
So
it's
we're
like
just
they're
gonna
not.
replace one shock for you.
Yeah, it's like the you ever notice that like a fucking really fat person gets in a car, it's like the thing. It's like the floor of the car is gonna hit the pavement, and then it bounces around. It does this whole shake. You're like, holy moly!
You are fat shaming right now, bud.
Well, I think fat people should be ashamed.
That's a controversial take, bud.
Well,
Uh, yeah, I joke a bit. Obviously, when I think of fat people, I don't think of people that are just like, maybe 50
Few
pounds
pounds
overweight even.
overweight.
I don't even call that fat. That's like, I mean, it's obviously a bit fat, but
It's
it's like
fat.
I would consider just overweight. When I'm talking about fat people, I'm talking about the people on the shows and shit. My
Well,
600-pound
that's
life and shit like that.
I'm
That is
not.
an obese. That's something we should not be celebrating the shows. I don't understand why we're it's
It's like a
seems
human
seems like
zoo.
the same people that would have zero problem with that show being on TV would have a problem with uh, a zoo showcasing animals. In my
Yeah,
opinion, it's kind of the same thing.
it is exactly.
Like it's the circus. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, let's
look
let's
at
look at
this.
these people.
Look at the really, really fat people.
I don't understand. Like I understand the idea that people want to watch somebody get better. Like
Yeah,
if
but
that's the whole point of the show,
people are there because they like watching people's whose lives are
are worse than theirs.
irreparably damaged
Yeah.
or ridiculously crazy.
Mm, yeah.
That's why people are there. People are like, how does this person that can't even move at all? How do they live?
Yeah. Ugh, I don't get it. Anyways, yeah. So let's move on to